You kind of laid the groundwork for me. And,
Right. I tried to always be, I was kind of like the bodyguard for pro wrestling. Like, when I say that,
you're right about the contract. A lot of guys were pissed off about it.
oh yeah, they hated my guts.
Right, Mark. It was
and sabotaged me. Intentionally tried to sabotage me. And I never got joked with. Nobody, I mean, we joked around with my friends. You play the dozens, talk about your mama, that kind of thing. But nobody ever put like salt in my food when I wasn't looking, or try to put pills in my drink to knock me out, or put shit in my food, or man, it was so much shit that happened. Like the ribbon got ridiculous. And say it again.
It was out of hand.
It was ridiculous. And there was points where people took liberties. Like they knew they could get away with it in the framework of wrestling. So they would knock the shit out of me. And
take advantage of you.
Yeah. And I didn't know better. So once I started, knowing better, I started going, no, I'm not doing that. And oh, you're a big star. Like was that shit. Like it was bad. And then they realized that I would fight. And when I got angry, it's very entertaining when I'm angry. Kurt will tell you, like
you don't want to be around Mark.
I can imagine. I don't mind it. If you want it, let's go. I don't give a shit who you are.
Yeah.
And they used to tell the black jokes.
Oh no.
And bro, like I can't do it. Like you got me then. If you want to make me mad, you had me. And so I went through all of that stuff. And then there were guys that couldn't fight, and you could tell that they wasn't tough. And they would talk shit and hide behind the business to protect them.
Right. This is just me cutting a promo.
Yeah. Oh man, it used to hurt me so bad. I couldn't do shit. And I ended up getting banished to Canada. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me, is getting sent to Canada, because I never learned how to fight. I mean, I boxed a little bit. But when I went to Canada and I started working out at Bret Hart's house, and then I would go on Tuesday and Thursdays to Stu's house, to the dungeon, and I would be in there with some of those guys and shooting, and I didn't even know what the term shoot fighting was. Like, like that was, if I could have had the endurance of Shamrock, then I would have probably went and fought. But man, I had, like, when you shoot fight, you got about 3 to 6 minutes in you. At my size, that's all I had. I mean, it was hard. It was hard.
After that, right? You're exhausted.
Bro, I was exhausted. It took me about 5 hours to recuperate from a training session. And then, just sitting out and getting up and down and mat checking and, running to the wall and turning and doing roll over shoulders like blind. Like, you watch wrestling training and you see guys, they walk backwards and then you just roll and then you roll over to your feet. That was hard for me because I'd never done stuff like that before. So like when I saw Kurt the next time, I went through that already. And I was like, hey man, guess what? I learned how to wrestle. I was so excited, because now I got something. I learned how to do wrist locks and holds.
Right.
And I was like, come on, I want to try to hold you down now. You remember all that shit? Like, I was so, man, wrestling did something for me. Not just the money, but the confidence. And it gave me a sense of purpose again. Like, I really, really enjoyed my wrestling life. I had a lot of injuries. And I went through some stuff, but all of the pain and misery that I had in the beginning, it went away because I earned the respect of the boys. They every time I left and came back, I was better. And they would be like, damn, man, I can't believe it. That dude he's way better.